Being a good leader is hard because it is not being good at one or two things, but it is about being good at a multitude of things. Being a good leader means that we need to make tough decisions even when we do not have all the information that we need in order to make that decision. Being a good leader means that we continuously and consistently work on our own self-awareness. Being a good leader means that we are responsible not only for the well-being of ourselves, but of all those who are in our charge. Being a good leader means that we show tough love when we have to. Being a good leader means that we become good, active listeners. Being a good leader means that we get good at identifying high potential and not just stop there, but to turn that into high performance. Being a good leader means that we are the custodian of the culture of the organization that we lead. Being a good leader means that we learn to stay humble and yet hungry, not just for ourselves, but for the team that we lead. Being a good leader means that we become trustworthy and trusting. Both go hand in hand. Being a good leader means that we need to learn how to handle conflict and have difficult conversations when needed. Being a good leader means that we continuously strive to align our team goals with those of those people whom we lead. Being a good leader means that we are responsible for hiring the right people for the team and take responsibility for the wrong hires as and when they happen. Being a good leader means that we bring the right amount and the right kind of energy to any situation. Some situations require high energy, some situation requires calmness. Identify them and bring that kind of energy to the situation. Being a good leader means that we learn to allow our people to make their own mistakes and learn from them when necessary. And understand that it is a process through which our team members and the people that we lead learn and grow to become their own leaders. Being a good leader means that we understand that mistakes are bound to happen when we push boundaries. And also to know to not repeat the same mistakes, which tells us that we did not learn from our mistakes. Being a good leader means that we ensure that we all learn from each other's successes and each other's failures and mistakes. Being a good leader requires us to be fair and equitable to everyone in the team and in all situations. This could mean different things to different people and different things in different situations. Understand what the situation needs and be equitable and fair based on what the situation needs. Being a good leader means that we need to be humble enough to be open to feedback and suggestions so that we can get better as leaders, while at the same time have the confidence and knowledge that we can do and achieve whatever we set our sight to. Being a good leader means that we need to learn to look past someone's or some situation's current reality to see the future potential. Good leader means that we set and expect high standards, not just of ourselves, but of everyone that we lead. Being a good leader means that we constantly and consistently strive to build influence, not only within our team, but also with all the relevant stakeholders. We do not take for granted the influence that our position brings to us, but we actively work on building the influence based on the work that we do. Being a good leader means that we are always looking for ways to remove roadblocks, be internal or external, for our teams so that they can perform better and they can deliver high performance. Being a good leader means acknowledging and behaving in congruence to the rule that all success belongs to the team and all failures belongs to the leader. Being a good leader means that we are always training, mentoring, and developing better leaders within our teams who can go out and spread the goodness of being a good leader. Being a good leader requires us to be able to take on multiple roles. A philosopher at times, a designer at times, a teacher, a student, a scientist, a futurist, an antagonist, a cheerleader, a coach, a mentor, a student, a sense maker, a communicator, an inspirational wise elder, a thought leader, a practitioner, a protector, a connector, a facilitator, a problem solver, and many, many more. Everything depending upon the situation that we face ourselves in. And the awareness to know which role is needed to be adopted when. Being a good leader is not easy. Being a good leader is not just about setting and achieving high performance, but it is about everything else that we spoke about. Are you a good leader? Do you want to be a good leader?